right, we're going to talk about when an offer is accepted on your home. So when you're selling your home and you get an accepted offer, kind of what are the next steps that are going to happen? So first, once all the contracts are signed, mutually accepted, if you've had counters, your offer is going to be, the offer will be sent to the title company where they're going to open up escrow, which is the process of closing. And your buyer for your house is going to get their earnest money in, and then they're going to schedule an inspection for your house. So they are going to request a time when they can have a couple hours to have an inspector come in your house and go through it and look at all the systems. And then they will work together with your agent to get you a list of items that they'd like addressed, fixed, looked at, different pieces like that. That can be a big list, it can be a small list. In this busy, fast-paced market, we are seeing a little bit less just because it's so competitive. When we put an offer on the home, we did an inspection. We want to make sure, like, if things are broken, like I've talked about with inspection before, you want to know. And even if, like, there are people that are not doing inspections, or throwing that out, you can still do an inspection but not request anything. But if you don't do an inspection or you don't use it that time, you can also, like, if there's something really wrong with the house, you're really going to be, you have to be careful. I always recommend an inspection. So on our house, we have an inspection scheduled and it's going to get done, and that's kind of the big process. The other process is the buyer, if they have financing, are going to start their financing. So your real estate agent will be checking with the lender to make sure things are on track. They want to order appraisal, like there's some different steps. So when you're accepting an offer on your home, you're going to make sure that the agent that you're working with on the other side is someone who is doing their best job, getting all the paperwork in. And you can check too. You can check on those processes to make sure that they're applying, make sure they've got their earnest money in. Like, you want to make sure those processes are going, because depending on what your end goals are, it can hold it up if they're not doing what they need to be doing. You'll also find out when you accept an offer who their lender is. So a local lender is great. I've connected with the lender for the people buying our house, which is great. And I'm the real estate agent, so I usually do too, just to make sure everything's going and they know who's on the other end working through those processes. So seller's big job is going to be really inspection, and then when appraisal comes through, like, those are kind of the big pieces, but also the pieces are going to be thinking about your move, how long it's going to take you, making a list, making a process. Are you going to use movers? Are you getting more than one quote for movers, which I highly recommend? So you're going to want to be making a list of all those processes. If your house is empty, it's a totally different situation. But if it's not, and you're still living in it, you're going to have to think through, like, how much time do you need? What if it closes early? What if it closes late? Like, there's those different pieces. So that's kind of the big step, is working through the different processes, and your real estate agent's going to help you so you know what to do. If you're a buyer buying a home, you're going to make loan application, you're going to get your insurance done, you're going to get the inspection done, you're like all those pieces. So it's kind of the flip-flop. So as a seller, your job is really to work with your listing agent to make sure all those processes are getting done, responding to things in a timely manner, like inspection, and all the different pieces. So there's paperwork on both sides from the title company, the inspection pieces, those different things, and like getting things done in a timely manner, if you're the buyer or the seller, is probably one of the most important things you can be doing, just because it slows down the process. So as soon as you get something from a lender, or as soon as you get something from title, or your real estate agent's asking for something, get those pieces in. It's going to help everyone to have those pieces done. So that's kind of the next step. So that's kind of what we're in the process of. All those different pieces have been ordered or done or set up. So we're starting, like, we kind of took a little bit of a break for a couple days to, like, all the showings and all the packing and pre-packing. It was pretty exhausting. So it's good to take a break for a couple days. But it's also good to go, what's your next step? So for us, our garage, which I keep talking about, is so messy. So I've kind of made a plan. We're in really record high temperatures right now. So we can't really get into our garage too much except in the morning. So I've kind of made a plan of what I'm going to start taking out, how we're going to start working through those things. Moving things upstairs. It's a good time to go through and get rid of things that you don't need. You are still going to have people in your home. The inspection, there's going to be people in your home. The appraisal, there's going to be people in your home. The buyers may want to come by and do measurements or recheck things, just because they're excited. So you're going to want to make sure you don't go back to, what it was like before you show. You don't need to be as stringent. Like for my kids, I was having to make their beds. We were making their beds every day and putting everything away, and we're a little more relaxed now, which is nice. But you still will have people coming in your home, so just be aware of that. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, thanks. Bye.